have a orange trumpet vine that is a cutting. Hopefully it will take. Here, got a little Chinese pistache. May or may not make it. It makes it. The plan is to cut here and here, so that this comes up like this, and then new stuff will grow off of there, and it'll look cool because it's curved. And here we have 8 little guys like this that are the Japanese maple. If they sprout, I can sell the sprouts, the seedlings. This is full of a bunch of sprouts of crepe myrtle, pretty red crepe myrtle. Over here we have a lemon tree from Walmart. One with a thick base, so this will not be a bonsai. This, I want actual avocados. This will be a bonsai eventually. Just want to take this branch off, try to root it. Look, it's growing a little bud, little flower. It's worried it's dying because its supply has been cut short. So anyway, this will be one little tree, and then eventually this will get all cut back, so this will be the base of my bonsai. Let's see, over here we have a bougainvillea, or velia, whatever those are called. Little Japanese maple sprouting. Another Japanese maple. This is mimosa. This is more orange trumpet vine from seed. This is, I have no idea, but someday we'll find out. This is pride and joy right here. A bunch of Chinese elms growing on a rock left over from my saltwater tank. Once they root, they can start coming up out of there. Once the roots start growing down here, then we can gradually pull this back. Should look pretty cool if it works. Over here, got a little oak that was growing at the base of our birch in the front. A couple of tomatoes left over from last year. They suddenly decided to come back to life. Awesome. And back behind here, we got 2 Japanese maples. They're doing pretty well. Also started from seeds this year. Those are 2 of the oldest ones. Chinese elm they've had for a couple of years now. So, got some little guys here. Look at that beautiful root structure. These are just stems of roses put in potatoes. We'll see if that works. And another, this is from a maple tree from Florida. This was a little sprout like this when I brought it back in a Ziploc bag from Florida last May. Yeah, June. This is what's bad about female Chinese pistache. They're like peppercorns all over the whole yard. But they look really pretty. This might be one eventually. At least I'll know this one's female. And possibly another one right there. Gotta dig them up. Over here, trying to get grass to grow. Hoping these little plugs I put in that I pulled out of here will turn into grass. Here we have a tea tree. See little tea roses? They're so cute. That's my little tea tree. It was a big fluffy bush, but I trimmed it back. Eventually this will get shorter, shorter, shorter. Learn not to do it all at once or it kills the tree. Well, I can't get that off, but this is a Chinese elm. That should be cool. Little mimosa trying to come back to life. A couple more of those Florida maples. Another one. I don't know what this is, but this was a bush outside the workout room at my apartment. And this was just a little sprig I just cut off and rooted. It's turned into this little tree. This is something growing out front that keeps trying to make it, but it keeps getting mowed down, so I don't know what it is. And that's my pride and joy right there. Then right now just a little cutting from the trumpet vine. Okay, forget. Another avocado seed that is cracked, so it needs to go in water. These were cut off of green onions. This is a jade tree, which I hope will root, turn into a really cool jade bonsai. This is I guess it's not doing well, so I just transplanted it yesterday. This is a potato bush, which grows these beautiful purple flowers. They're kind of like little mini morning glories. Hoping it will. Trying to like root it, but the bottom is in a potato in here. Give it energy until it roots. This is another one of those things from the yard that keep getting mowed, but keep coming back, so they look cool. Find out what it is. Underneath, a couple more crepe myrtle seedlings. And here, some cuttings from Japanese maple. They probably won't make it, but another rose and a potato. Another jade. Doing pretty well. Got 3 jades total. There's a little piece from, gosh, I think this is off of the, might be off the Chinese pistache. I'll find out when it opens, if it lives. Nothing but Japanese maple sprouts. If they take off, I can sell them. In terms of cutting, probably won't make it. Probably won't make it. Worth a try. These are the bougainvillea I cut off. Trying to root. Probably won't make it, but it's worth a try. Oh, it's got new growth. New growth right there. Awesome. Maybe we'll make it. This was mint from a, actually to eat. It was sold in a little pack with the roots saying, oh, it's really fresh because the roots are still on it. And then over here we have what I think is a piece of birch root that had a sucker growing on it. So I planted that down in there. This part went up to the tree. We'll see if the sucker is still green. It might live. One more little crepe myrtle. I don't care. This is the birch tree. Okay, out here in the garage, we have the thing that used to be the lizard tank. And here we have a little fig. Probably won't make it, but you never know. These guys sprung back up, so they're doing better. There's a mosquito. Great. It got her. I think. So we've got here a couple of cuttings. No, a cutting from Japanese maple. Cutting from the birch. These two are potato plant. Might make it, might not. Oh, potato bush. The purple flowers. And this stick. Here's another of the bougainvilleas, but I don't know. This is water that's being agitated, obviously, with an ash stone, and it also has in it, the white stuff is, down in there you can see, it's the rooting hormone. Oh, I just want to note, this is a little trick. You may have noticed a lot of these. This is when I eat those cheeses that come in the round baby bells. I keep the wax. When I do a cutting, I put the wax immediately over the cut to keep it from drying out. So it works as a natural, I don't know if it would be natural, but it works as a simple solution to, oh, I should have did it to this. See how dry it is? I probably should have, shoot, I didn't even think about that. Oh well, I don't expect that one to make it. The one outside, that one's gonna make it. And here we have the real babies here. This is a lemon. It's very young, but I just couldn't kill it. I've been growing it for like a year, so, well, maybe not that long. This is the last little piece of a plant that I got when I was pregnant with Jessica. It's down to just that little piece, so I'm hoping it'll come back. It's 4 mimosas. That's one of those Florida maples, but you see I've curved the trunk with wire. Back there is a little jade, which actually has some roots trying to grow down in there. Let's see. That's Chinese elm over there. That's empty bottle, but I'm going to put a Japanese maple in there and have it come up out of there. It'll look neat. There's another one of those lemons I just couldn't throw out. There's the roots. You see them right there? Roots. The jade might make it. So that's the lemon. This is my, well, obviously it's a Venus flytrap. Hoping soon it'll come back to life. Wake up from its hibernation. There's another Chinese elm, which these have different kinds of leaves. This one and that one other one, they might be Siberian elm. But for all intents and purposes, they're all Chinese elm, because that's what the bark looks like out at the apartments. This is just 2 leaves left of a cherry, which did have some roots, and they're hanging on, so hopefully new growth will pop up soon to prove to me it's alive. And what I moved was, we saw that. This probably won't make it. It's just a cutting. So, but it looked cool in the pot. And I just didn't have the heart to just throw it out. Give it some moisture, you never know. Sometimes these are the ones that surprise you and start growing. The same thing with this one. Just a little cutting from that tree from the apartment bush. That what I said was in the workout room, by the workout room. So, I might make it. This I just planted yesterday. Dave has whacked this down with the weed whacker multiple times over the last year or two. so I dug it up. Sometimes mowed down, weed whackered plants make the best bonsai. There's another one like that. This kept getting mowed over by the lawnmower. Can you see? It's got a thick root, a thick trunk, but it's alive. It's growing. One more lemon. This is a cutting from a Chinese elm that surprisingly kept growing new leaves. It could have rooted. It's too soon to tell. This, I need to look up what species this is, but it's from a root sucker from the tree next door. I think that's where it came from. But yeah, it seems to be doing okay. Oh no, this one came from my old apartments. And there's another Japanese maple that's doing really well. That one's got a curvy trunk, so it should be really cool. There's another little guy. They're everywhere. I have too many. Gotta find out what this is. It's rather cool. But anyway, I think it's growing. It's got new leaves. So hopefully down in there are some roots. And I think that's everybody.